suspicious that the dog is also deceased. And anytime you have two bodies, two dead individuals in one place.
For many years, Gene Hackman's attic remained untouched, a forgotten place hidden from the world. Until now, no one has wondered what lies behind these dusty wooden beams. In a shocking turn of events, after his death, police discovered something inside that stunned investigators. What they found wasn't just old memorabilia or storage. It was evidence of a chilling secret that had been hidden for decades. Authorities are now trying to piece together the truth as new details emerge that could change everything we thought we knew about Hackman's personal life. Why has this attic been closed for so long? What terrible discovery did the police make? Stay tuned as we uncover the shocking truth about what was buried above Gene Hackman's house.
Well, when I see the word suspicious, it doesn't necessarily mean homicide to me. It could mean suicide as well. It means something other than accidental, Marky. So certainly everything in this case is suspicious. Look, the dog was found in a closet. The wife, Betsy, was found in a bathroom, not her bathroom, but a bathroom near the entrance.
The secret attic. When Gene Hackman passed away, the world mourned the loss of one of Hollywood's greatest actors. A man known for his powerful performances and intense dedication to his craft, Hackman had spent his final years in quiet seclusion, far from the spotlight. But just when it seemed like his legacy would be defined by his legendary film career, an unexpected discovery inside his Santa Fe home changed everything. Hidden away, untouched for years, a secret attic was found, one that no one seemed to know existed. And what lay inside has left investigators and the public shocked. It all started when estate workers were clearing out Hackman's belongings, preparing the house for a legal and financial settlement. The home, nestled in a secluded area of Santa Fe, was as private as the man himself, modest compared to the extravagant estates of other Hollywood legends, yet filled with history. As workers moved furniture and sorted through personal items, they stumbled upon something unusual in one of the upstairs rooms. Behind a heavy wooden bookshelf, which at first seemed to be built into the wall, was a hidden entrance. At first, it looked like nothing more than an old storage space, a dusty, forgotten area where the actor may have placed items he no longer needed. But as they stepped inside, it became clear that this was no ordinary attic. The space was intact, untouched, as if frozen in time. Thick layers of dust covered every surface, but nothing appeared disturbed, as though it had been locked away and abandoned for years. What was even more bizarre was the careful arrangement of the contents inside. Boxes were stacked neatly, personal belongings were meticulously placed, and the room itself had an air of deliberate secrecy.
So that in and of itself is suspicious, with pills strewn about. And then of course, Gene Hackman found in the mudroom with his glasses right there, his cane, as if he was either entering or leaving. Very suspicious.
The workers, unsure of what to do next, alerted the legal team handling Hackman's estate. It didn't take long before investigators were brought in to examine the space, as questions quickly arose. Why was this attic hidden? Why had Hackman never mentioned it? And most importantly, what exactly was inside? As officials entered the attic, they began cataloging what they found. Old letters, scripts, photographs, and documents filled the room, some dating back decades. Among them were handwritten notes, written in Hackman's unmistakable scrawl, though their meaning remained unclear. Some were addressed to unknown recipients, while others contained cryptic phrases and personal reflections that hinted at stories the public had never heard before. What stood out the most was a locked metal box placed at the very back of the attic, almost as if it was meant to be hidden away. When authorities finally pried it open, what they found inside sent shockwaves through the investigation. Its contents have not been publicly disclosed, but sources close to the case have hinted that what was inside could change the way people see Gene Hackman forever. Adding to the mystery, certain artifacts and objects inside the attic didn't seem to match anything from Hackman's known life. A few items appeared completely unrelated to his career or personal history, leading investigators to wonder if they even belonged to him at all. If that was the case, whose were they? And why had Hackman kept them locked away for all these years? The discovery of this attic has sparked a wave of speculation. Some believe it was nothing more than a private sanctuary, a place where Hackman could retreat to collect his thoughts, write, and store personal memories he didn't want on display. Others, however, suspect something much bigger. Why was the attic hidden behind a heavy built-in bookshelf? Why had it remained untouched for so long? And why was some of what was found so out of place? As news of the attic spread, so did rumors and conspiracy theories. Some claimed that authorities found evidence of lost Hollywood documents, letters that could expose unknown truths about the industry. Others suggest that Hackman may have been protecting secrets from his past, keeping them buried away in a space where no one would ever think to look. One of the most unsettling rumors even suggests that something, or someone, was being hidden there at some point in time. But without official confirmation, all of these remain speculation. What is known for sure is that this attic was never meant to be found. Hackman was an intensely private man, one who rarely let outsiders into his personal world. If he went through such effort to conceal this space, there had to be a reason. But now that it has been uncovered, it has left far more questions than answers. Investigators continue to analyze the contents of the attic, searching for clues that might explain why it was sealed off for so long. Were these simply forgotten belongings from a storied past? Or was there something far more significant hidden within those walls? Until more details emerge, the attic of Gene Hackman remains one of the greatest mysteries of Hollywood's most elusive legend. Theories surrounding the attic's purpose. The discovery of Gene Hackman's secret attic has left the world with more questions than answers. Why was it hidden behind a heavy bookshelf? Why had it remained untouched for so many years? And what exactly was inside that authorities have yet to reveal? As speculation spreads, multiple theories have emerged, each one attempting to explain why the legendary actor kept this space sealed away. Some believe it was nothing more than a private retreat, a place where Hackman could escape from the world and store his most personal belongings. Others suspect something far more mysterious, perhaps even a secret he never wanted the world to know. One of the most popular theories is that the attic was a hidden archive of Hackman's career, a place where he kept original scripts, letters, and memorabilia from his decades in Hollywood. Hackman was known to be a deeply private person, avoiding interviews and rarely discussing his personal life. Some believe that this attic was his way of preserving his own legacy on his own terms, keeping his most treasured moments away from the public eye. If true, this could mean that inside the attic were never-before-seen scripts, personal notes on his films, and even letters between him and some of Hollywood's biggest names. Fans have long speculated about projects Hackman may have turned down, lost films that were never made, and even secret collaborations that never saw the light of day. Could the attic contain the missing pieces of his career? But some believe the explanation goes even deeper than that. Another theory suggests that the attic was a place where Hackman kept evidence of things Hollywood didn't want the world to know. Throughout the years, there have been whispers of powerful figures in the film industry controlling narratives, hiding scandals, and covering up dark secrets. Could Hackman, a man who had seen the industry from the inside, have held on to something that others wanted buried? Some believe that inside the locked metal box found in the attic may have been documents, photographs, or letters exposing truths that had been long forgotten or deliberately erased. A darker theory suggests that Hackman's secret attic wasn't about Hollywood at all, but about his personal life. While he was an award-winning actor on the big screen, who was he behind closed doors? This theory suggests that the attic may have contained letters from people he had distanced himself from, relationships that were never publicly known, or even family secrets that had been locked away for decades. Was Hackman hiding something about his past? Did he have a connection to someone or something that had never been revealed? Even more unsettling is the idea that Hackman himself may have been afraid of what was in the attic. Some believe that he sealed it off to protect himself or others, knowing that whatever was inside could change the way people saw him forever. If true, this raises even bigger questions. Was he protecting himself from a scandal? Was he hiding something that he was never meant to have? One of the more bizarre theories floating around suggests that Hackman's attic was not just a place for storage, but a space where he carried out secret research or personal experiments. Hackman was known to be an intelligent man, fascinated by history, philosophy, and psychology. Some speculate that he collected rare books, ancient artifacts, or even documents related to mysterious historical events. Was he investigating something on his own? Did he stumble upon information that was meant to stay hidden? Of course, there are also simpler explanations. Some believe that the attic was just a forgotten part of Hackman's home, a place where old items gathered dust over the years without any real significance. Maybe it was a storage space for things he didn't want to throw away, but also didn't care to display. If this were the case, then why was it hidden so carefully? Why was the entrance disguised behind a bookshelf? And why had it remained sealed for so long? One final theory suggests that the attic may have been connected to something far more personal and painful, a chapter of Hackman's life that he wanted to forget. Perhaps it contained memories of people who were no longer in his life, items from a past he had deliberately left behind. Hackman famously retired from acting in 2004, choosing to live a quiet life in New Mexico rather than continue in the Hollywood spotlight. Did this attic contain the final remnants of a life he had chosen to walk away from? Regardless of which theory is true, one thing is certain: the attic was not meant to be found. Gene Hackman kept it hidden for a reason, and now that it has been uncovered, the world is left to wonder what secrets the legendary actor took with him to the grave, spreading rumors and public speculation. The discovery of Gene Hackman's secret attic has sent shockwaves through the public, sparking widespread speculation and endless rumors. What was meant to be a simple estate clearing has turned into one of the most talked-about mysteries in Hollywood. Fans, conspiracy theorists, and even former colleagues of Hackman are now piecing together their own theories, trying to uncover what exactly was hidden inside and why it had remained a secret for so long. Almost immediately after the news broke, social media exploded with speculation. Was Hackman hiding lost Hollywood secrets? Could the attic contain evidence of something scandalous that had been buried for decades? Or was it simply a forgotten room filled with nothing more than old scripts and memorabilia? With officials staying silent on the details, the internet has been left to fill in the blanks, and the result has been a flood of wild and unsettling rumors. One of the most widely discussed rumors is that the attic contained personal letters and documents that could rewrite Hollywood history. Some claim that Hackman had kept hidden correspondences with powerful industry figures, possibly exposing secrets about actors, directors, and producers that were never meant to be revealed. Others believe the documents were contracts, legal settlements, or confidential files that Hackman had access to. Files that someone, somewhere, never wanted to resurface. If true, the idea that Hackman's attic held incriminating information about Hollywood elites has only fueled speculation that this discovery is far more significant than it appears. Another chilling rumor suggests that the police were immediately called to investigate the attic, and what they found inside was so shocking that authorities have refused to release any information to the public. Some internet sleuths believe the involvement of law enforcement means that Hackman was hiding something illegal or dangerous. Could the attic have contained classified materials, hidden wealth, or even items linked to past crimes? With no confirmation or denial from officials, speculation continues to grow, with people desperately trying to uncover what was inside that hidden space. Adding to the mystery, a former staff member who allegedly worked at Hackman's estate came forward with a startling claim. According to this anonymous source, Hackman was extremely protective of that part of the house and refused to let anyone near it. The source stated that even cleaning staff and maintenance workers were given strict orders to avoid the area, with Hackman himself ensuring that no one ever set foot inside. This revelation has only fueled further speculation. If there was nothing to hide, why was Hackman so adamant about keeping the attic untouched? Some theorists have even suggested that the attic wasn't just a storage space, but something much more sinister. Could it have been a place where Hackman stored secrets from his past, possibly linked to family scandals or hidden relationships? Some fans believe that there could be evidence of unknown children, lost relatives, or even a secret double life that Hackman had carefully concealed. Hollywood has a long history of famous figures leading lives the public never knew about, and with Hackman being one of the most private actors of his generation, it's not hard to imagine that he may have had a side of his life he never wanted exposed. A particularly strange rumor suggests that the attic was not just a hidden space, but a fully functioning hidden room, a place Hackman may have used for something secretive. Some theories claim that the attic was actually a workspace where Hackman wrote an unpublished novel or screenplay, one so controversial that he chose to hide it away instead of releasing it. Others believe that Hackman may have stored rare and valuable artifacts inside, possibly historical documents, rare film reels, or even classified information that he had acquired throughout his life. Then, of course, there are the more outrageous conspiracy theories that have taken the internet by storm. Some people believe that Hackman's attic contained evidence of government cover-ups, hidden messages from Hollywood insiders, or even objects linked to unsolved crimes. A small but vocal group of theorists even claims that the attic was deliberately hidden to prevent people from uncovering something truly shocking, something that could change the way we see not only Hackman, but Hollywood itself. No matter what the truth is, one thing is certain: the public's fascination with Gene Hackman's secret attic is only growing stronger. People want answers, and the fact that authorities are staying silent has only made the mystery even more compelling. As news outlets scramble to get official confirmation on what was inside, fans are left wondering, Was this just an innocent collection of old memories, or was Hackman protecting something that was never meant to be found? The discovery of this attic has taken on a life of its own, evolving from a simple estate mystery into one of the most debated Hollywood conspiracies of recent years. Until the full details are revealed, the speculation will continue, and the world will keep asking, what was Gene Hackman hiding? The unanswered questions. The discovery of Gene Hackman's secret attic has raised more questions than anyone could have imagined. What started as a routine estate clearing has now become one of the most mysterious Hollywood stories in recent memory. Authorities have confirmed that the attic had been sealed off for years, hidden behind a heavy bookshelf, with no signs that anyone had accessed it in decades. But why? What was Hackman trying to keep hidden? And most importantly, what exactly was inside? These unanswered questions have fueled endless speculation, and without any clear explanations from investigators, the world is left to wonder. What secrets did Gene Hackman take to his grave? One of the biggest mysteries surrounding the attic is why it was hidden at all. If it was simply a storage space, why go through the trouble of sealing it behind a heavy bookshelf? Hackman was a private man, but was he really the type to intentionally hide a part of his home from the world? Some believe the attic was his personal sanctuary, a place where he stored memories, unfinished projects, or sentimental items. Others, however, suspect that it wasn't just about privacy, but about secrecy. The fact that so few people even knew of its existence raises a chilling question. Was Hackman hiding something that he never wanted anyone to find? Then, there's the mystery of what was actually inside the attic. Authorities have refused to release full details about what was found, which has only deepened the intrigue. Sources close to the investigation claim that there were boxes of old letters, scripts, and personal belongings, but some of the items didn't match anything from Hackman's known life. Were these items connected to someone else, and if so, who? Some believe that Hackman may have kept records, letters, or even hidden documents about Hollywood that could change the way we see the industry. Others suggest that the attic could have contained evidence of a past that Hackman deliberately erased from public knowledge. One of the most unsettling details about the attic is that it appeared to be untouched for decades. Everything inside was covered in thick dust, undisturbed, as if Hackman had sealed it off and never returned. If the attic was important enough to hide, why did he never go back inside? Did something happen that made him abandon it? Could it have been a place that held memories he wanted to forget? Some theorists believe that the attic might have been a reminder of a painful part of Hackman's life, one that he decided to lock away rather than confront. If true, what could have been so difficult or disturbing that he chose to bury it in his own home? The locked metal box found in the attic has also raised serious questions. Sources claim that it was heavily secured, and when authorities opened it, they found something so unexpected that it required further investigation. Why was this box hidden so carefully? What was inside that Hackman didn't want anyone to find? Was it something personal? A secret piece of his life that he never shared with anyone? Or was it evidence of something bigger, something that could impact more than just his own legacy? Until investigators release details about the box's contents, we may never know what Hackman was guarding inside his own home. Another major mystery is whether Hackman's family or close friends knew about the attic. Did anyone else know of its existence, or was it something only Hackman was aware of? If he had told his family, why have they remained silent about its discovery? And if they had no idea, why had no one ever stumbled upon it before? Some believe that Hackman may have made sure no one could access it, possibly even giving strict instructions to never open it after his death. If that's true, then why are investigators now looking deeper into its contents? Could they have found something unexpected, something that even Hackman's closest loved ones never knew about? There's also the question of the attic's purpose. Was it a storage space for old belongings, a place Hackman once used but later abandoned? Or was it something much more intentional? Some have speculated that the attic could have been a place where Hackman worked on something secretive, perhaps a never-before-seen script, an unfinished novel, or personal writings that could change how we view his career. If so, why was it never revealed before? Was it something too controversial to be released? Could Hackman have been working on something that he never wanted the world to see? Adding to the mystery, some sources claim that certain items found in the attic didn't belong to Hackman at all. This has sparked speculation that the attic may have contained artifacts, letters, or documents that belonged to someone else. If true, who did they belong to, and why was Hackman in possession of them? Did he keep them as a favor to someone? Or was he holding on to something that wasn't meant to be found? The idea that Hackman may have had a connection to something much larger than himself has only intensified curiosity about the attic's true significance. And then there's the most haunting question of all. Was Hackman trying to protect himself from something? Some theorists believe that he deliberately hid the attic not just out of privacy, but out of fear. Was he worried about someone discovering what was inside? Did he know that one day people would search his home and he wanted to make sure certain things were never uncovered? If true, what exactly was he hiding from? As the investigation continues, one thing is clear. The attic was not just another room in Gene Hackman's home. It was something much bigger. Whether it was a forgotten time capsule, a hidden part of his past, or something truly shocking, its discovery has left us with more questions than answers. Why was it hidden? Why did Hackman never mention it? And what, if anything, could be so important that even after his death, the truth remains a mystery? For now, the world can only wait, but as more details slowly come to light, one thing is certain: the secret attic of Gene Hackman is a mystery that will not be forgotten anytime soon.